Yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Griggs, and welcome back to Griggs Talks, where we talk all things sports. And welcome back to another video. It's international break, which means had to change up the content a little bit. Obviously, no football, no Premier League football for the next like next 13 days or some shit like that. So gotta change up the content. So I figured, obviously, United in a different position than any of the other big six clubs. We obviously have a new coach. And I figured let's do some tier list videos, right? International break. Let's change it up a little bit. And I figured the most basic one you could probably do, it is kind of basic, but it is what it is. It's something that you have to do anyway, is a tier list video based on who should stay or who should leave under Ruben Amorim, right? Because maybe there were certain signings made in the summer that would fit under Erik ten Hag, but he is no longer here. Maybe they don't fit under Ruben Amorim. Completely new coach, completely different philosophy. Maybe they struggle to start the season. Maybe they already need a fresh change. Maybe you have a couple veterans that, like Christian Eriksen, who was pivotal under Erik ten Hag, but may not be as pivotal under Ruben Amorim. So I think let's do that. And then we could also chat about any other football-related news. Obviously, there's referees getting caught doing cocaine lines. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw me get kind of not attacked, but get kind of blitzed by Alejandro Garnacho fans on Sunday. Maybe we can talk about that. Plenty of other stuff. Talk about Greece play tomorrow against England. I unfortunately will not be home for that match. Otherwise, I probably would have done a watch along because it is going to be a sold out Greece crowd for the first time. It's like 1993 or some type shit like that. But I'll be at work, so I'll be tweeting about that game. I'll try to sneak in a little bit of a 45-minute lunch to watch the game. But yeah, let's just start with the tier list. So, let's share the page. Share screen. And there we go. Just minimize that. There we go. There we go. Pretty self-explanatory, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking of adding a loan option, but I was like, not really. Not really worth it because obviously it's kind of a long-term. It's more of a long-term kind of whether I think they fit or not. So, yeah, maybe like you could say will come certain players that maybe don't sell now, but also say they don't fit long term under Amorim. So let's put this as like not a 6 month type of thing, kind of like 18 months. In 18 months, do we think they'll fit under Amorim or not? And obviously, the first name over here is what's up? What's up, my boy JJ? Hope more people flock in. Number one on the list, big on my boy Andy as well. First name on the list is Man United's potential new youngster, Harry Amas. Obviously, we all know him from preseason. He was kind of one of the standout players for preseason for Man United from the academy. He got a lot of minutes, but obviously Erik ten Hag thought, and most of the coaching staff thought, that he wasn't ready for the first team. He's not physically ready. He's talented, amazing technically, but just not ready for the intensity of the Premier League. I think he's still only 17, so still a young buck. Obviously, maybe Ruben Amorim thinks different, and also when you look at Man United, you kind of have sort of a left-back crisis, especially now you're thinking about a wing-back crisis because United no longer playing a 4 at the back. It's a 3 at the back, so different level of profiles. Obviously, Harry must goes and keep. There's no question about that, right? You obviously have to keep him. And hopefully, not going to say now, hopefully another preseason under his belt next summer will kind of get him ready for the first team. I would have liked to see him feature a little bit, maybe the Carabao Cup early rounds while we were still playing some easy teams. Obviously, we were able to give that. Maybe the FA Cup is another opportunity for that. So we'll see. Needs a loan. Yeah, I kind of hear the loan part, but I kind of don't at the same time because United do with like their most highly rated youngsters is they never really send them on a loan. They think that if those kind of guys just play in the academy and that kind of stuff and train during the week with the first team and they get that experience from training, that it helps kind of fast track the development. Like, for example, Mason Greenwood never had the loan. Alejandro Garnacho never had the loan. Kobbie Mainoo never had the loan. Who else is there? I'm trying to think. Marcus Rashford, obviously, he kind of just jumped there, so I'm not part of that. I'm trying to think any other youngsters of recent times. Kombal didn't have a loan. But yeah, it's not something United really do with the highest rated youngsters. They kind of just let them train and that kind of stuff to keep a closer eye on them and stuff like that. So obviously, players like Alvaro had a loan. Almond had a loan at Rangers, and then Southampton, and then Sunderland, which really helped him. So you could pick either side. I would personally just keep him, and because like I said, left back crisis and stuff like that, and we've already kind of sent one left back young left back youngster on loan when we eventually sold them, and we saw how that panned out with Alvaro. Maybe obviously Amos gets a chance, but obviously maybe keep with an option alone. We'll see about that. Next guy on the list, it's not even a question. Honestly, this might be the easiest decision I had to make the whole video. It's an automatic sell. It's automatic sell. Why is Will texting in the chat? But yeah, loan. Anthony's an easy sell. Obviously, yeah. If I could quick sell him like I do, like you could quick sell a player on FIFA, I would automatically do it. I'll take my 600 coins back, right? With Anthony, I heard there were rumors about him. If he doesn't get playing time by January, he'll demand out. I don't understand what gives him the position to even demand that. Unless the guy wants to learn wing back, that's the only chance he ever has under Amorim. He's doing a punish. No, I'm not doing a party shit. I didn't even do one for Ten Hag, let alone Anthony, right? And I'm not despised, but I dislike Ten Hag more than I did Anthony, honestly, because with Anthony, there was just no expectation at that point. So, nah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, there's been rumors. Obviously, until I see him lifting another club's jersey, I'm not going to believe that he's gone. But, yeah, I think the writing's on the wall with Anthony. Obviously, the good thing about it is that this regime didn't sign him, so they have no affiliation with him. But we had the thing about Ten Hag, and they kept him an extra 6 months. So, you never know. But it's an automatic sell. God, you know what? If Amorim can even get any sort of a tune of Anthony, then he might be the greatest coach I ever lived. You know what? That might just be a good thing. But yeah, it's an easy sell. Now with buying Deer, I was thinking of just creating a whole new section of I don't care. I generally don't care. Sometimes I don't even acknowledge he's on the team because he really doesn't play at all. I hate you so much, bro. This is my twin. This guy, bro. I hate you so much. But anyway, yeah, buying there, I don't care about. He can leave, he can stay. Kobbie collects his wages. That doesn't matter. Backup keeper. Would I like a better backup keeper? Probably. But nothing too deep. We could probably do better. Yeah, like honestly, it doesn't matter. If a club bids money for him, congratulations. That's good for us. Otherwise, yeah, you know what? Sure, man, keep whatever. I'm gonna say Bruno for later because he's kind of a more what's it called? It's kind of more of a debatable one, right? Same with Casemiro. Toby Collier. Honestly, I'd sell. I would loan, and then if he does good, sell. That kind of path for him. I think someone that had a similar path was like someone like Charlie Savage. I think we loaned him and then we sold him for like 2-3 mil or some shit like that. That's probably what I would do with Collier. He's not gonna make it at United. That's obvious. He had one of the best preseasons. Yeah, let's do a loan, man. Sure. Sure, you go down here. Not that it really matters, but yeah, with Collier, he's just not rated. He had a solid preseason and didn't get rewarded with really any minutes. I think he only played in that Liverpool game for about like 5 minutes. In the Brighton game. Just no point. I think someone like a Jace Fitzgerald is higher rated than him. The Fletcher twins, you have them. Yeah, you still have Mainoo. You still have Ugarte that just got signed. United are probably gonna sign more midfielders, so there's really no point in Toby Collier. Just not it, man. It's just not it. Diogo Dalot, easy keep. Obviously Dalot hasn't had the best of season so far. He's played worse than he was last year. Maybe tiredness is a factor like fatigue because I think Dallas started like 40 games in a row. Hopefully with Amorim, he kind of maybe benches him a little to start the season. When Amorim starts, maybe with Shaw back, maybe Maguire can play a couple games at right wing back. Luke Shaw can play left wing back or Malacio, whichever one, and give Dalot the rest that he deserves because yeah, it's obvious the fatigue is getting to him, and when you get that much fatigue, your decision making isn't the best. Maybe you switch off more times than you usually do. And I obviously Dallo has had those moments his whole career. It's not like he's always been the perfect player, but last year just much more consistent. And I do think there's a better player out of Dallo than what we're seeing this year. Hopefully last year wasn't just a trick, right? And I'm going to believe that it wasn't. So we just got to see him get some rest, and hopefully Amorim gets him a little bit better. I think more structured space under Amorim, more defensively structured, will help Dallo as well. I think switching from left back to right back constantly hasn't helped him either. So I expect Amorim to get a little bit more of a tomb. Obviously, it's an easy keep. No point to sell yet. I think if you see him continue to play the way that he has this season, then maybe you can start talking about sell. But for right now, I would definitely do a keep. The next easiest keep is obviously Amad Diallo. Don't worry, bro. I'm sorry I'm late, bro. It's not like 5 minutes ago. Don't worry about that. Ahmad the easy keep. He's also the easiest keep of this. Him and obviously Kobbie Mainoo, we'll talk about later. Yeah, I think Ahmad is the player I'm most excited about under Ruben Amorim, what he can do in that right 10 slot. Obviously we've seen him this season. I think he's impressed pretty much 80% of the time that he's been on the pitch. Obviously was kind of unjustifiably benched for Garnacho or Rashford, whichever one you want to say, by Erik ten Hag. Obviously, it was clear Erik ten Hag didn't rate him the highest. Obviously, we gave him the last couple games this week against, I think, against Balk in the Europa League where he scored a brace, and then this against Leicester where he had the assist for Bruno's goal. Ahmad, the talent is clear. Of course, now I've always said about Ahmad, the talent is clear. That's fine. It's just about him and how he takes his opportunities. He's outlived Ten Hag, which is good for him. Now you have a new coach. Prove to the new coach why you should be starting week in and week out. Don't let your competitors get any semblance of hope that they can bench you. Be a killer. That's what Ahmad should do. Just be a killer. And if he does that, I think he'll be very successful at United. The kid's talent is absolutely evident. So, like I said, it's always up to him. We'll see what happens. I think this new coach, also like Amorim, that system, I think will also be more tailor-made to him. He'll be playing a lot closer to goal as well. I don't think he's not really a wide playmaker. He's not your traditional wide winger. I think for me, he's always been better, closer to the center of the pitch, behind the striker, get him as close to goal as possible, and he could do good things. And I think that will really work with him. So we'll see what happens, right? Matthijs de Ligt is an interesting one, so I'll save him a little bit later. Eriksen. I think Eriksen's been United's best midfielder this season by far. I don't think it's even close. Consistent levels have been he's actually been really, really good. I think this is the best, arguably, I think the best he's played at Manchester United. Even better than 22-23 when he was doing really good. But I think because United are better defensively right now, in my opinion. I think they're playing much more of a higher line, yet Eriksen still looks as good. I think that's what maybe gives him the edge. But it's also sad for Christian Eriksen that he came to United at the wrong time. I wish we signed him when he was a lot younger. I think he's an amazing technician. I think amazing passer of the ball. Good set piece taker for the most part. IQ is absolutely amazing. But he's towards the end of his career. I think he should probably go to a lower league and get the last paycheck, enjoy the what's it called, the twilight years of his career. The last few years, he's had a great career, and I mentioned United, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not again. He was in the Steelers for whatever reason, but yeah, I was with the Ten Hag. But yeah, I think with Eriksen, I think the time is up. But one thing I'll say about Eriksen, I think maybe if he left last summer, it would be a little bit more easy to let him go. But I think this once he goes this summer, I think he's been a great servant for the club, and I appreciate it. I appreciate what he's done, and like I said, the way he's played this year shows to me how much better he would have been for United if he played maybe 3-4 years earlier for United, because the guy is an amazing technician. The way that he opens up the pitch as a midfielder for the rest of his players is absolutely amazing. That third goal that we scored this Sunday against Leicester with Garnacho, it all started from Eriksen just doing like 5-1-2 passes, and then because the pitch opened up, the space opened up, and he was able to find, I think, was it Bruno in transition, right? And then that just opened the whole pitch. So shout out to Eriksen, man. Shout out to Eriksen. Erik ten Hag, prison is not an option here. Football prison, not actual prison. Yeah, football prison is not an option here. So what else can we do? We're just gonna ignore him. Sir Johnny Evans, the first of his kind. Amazing center back. Another player like similar to Christian Eriksen. I wish we had him when he was. Well, we did have him when he was younger. But again, if he returned to United when he was a little bit younger, would have been nice. I think you could argue he's been United's best center back this season, right? When he's played, and it's funny that Johnny Evans, who's so old and cannot run, still has probably more defensive instincts than 95% of other center backs in the Premier League. It's crazy how that works. He's been a good veteran. I'm sure he's a good locker room leader, all that kind of stuff. If United want to keep him on, sure. I think he probably should retire and just be a coach. Start helping with the younger generation as well. Maybe in the academy with the under 18s, under 21s. Obviously, probably don't let him coach under 18s. That's a super team right now. Let that be them. But start going for his coaching badges and stuff like that. I think that would be a good move for Evans. Maybe be an ambassador of the club. But yeah, playing him at 38, like JJ mentioned, is abuse. Yeah, but he's been good, bro. He's been good. But don't go out like Thiago Silva did. Don't go outside, man. But yeah, another easy sell. The fact that this guy sell my football club, man. And then because he had a good performance against PAOK in the Europa League, I'm seeing fans let Lindelof cook under Amorim. The fact that if anyone believes in Victor Lindelof in the great year of 2024, we're heading into 2025 in less than about a month and a half. To still believe in Lindelof is like having Stockholm syndrome, no pun intended, because he's from Sweden. What has he given to you for you to still believe in him? I'm being honest. I'm really being honest. What is the point of Victor Lindelof in 2024? He needs to leave. Just leave, please. I'm sure teams will want him, but just leave. What is the point? Jeremy, what is the point? That's it, man. I just ignore the fact he's in my football club, man. I generally can't tell you a single moment that Victor Lindelof has had this season. That's how little attention I pay to him. Whoa. The other easiest keep is obviously Kobbie Mainoo. I'm gonna talk about Kobbie Mainoo a little bit more than maybe I have other players because we're not gonna talk about that, Andy. All right, that's a topic for a different show. But Kobbie Mainoo. Now, this is where I have an issue with Manchester United fans. Because for Man United fans are a weird breed. Like, honestly, a weird breed. Because at Manchester United, typically, when a player gets injured, their reputation goes up. It goes so high. All of a sudden, we miss them, all that kind of stuff. So, right? But with Kobbie Mainoo, he's been injured, obviously, for the past, a month now, I think, something like that, right? 3 weeks. And people say, oh, he needs to work on his defensive game to get into the team over Ugarte or Casemiro. I'm like, how does the reputation of other players, like maybe a Mason Mount, go up when he's injured, or Luke Shaw go up? But with Kobbie Mainoo, who's actually good at the sport of football, he's out for 3 weeks, and the reputation goes down. How does the math work on that? 1 + 1 does not equal 2 in this situation. It's like 1 + 1 = 18. With United fans, they don't know how to do the simple math sometimes. Kobbie Mainoo has nothing to prove to get back into the 11. He is Manchester United's number one midfielder when it comes to getting into the 11. He's one of the first things on the team sheet. He is the franchise. Shout out to him. Obviously, he was on the GQ cover with Cole Palmer for the 2024 English Player of the Year or something like that. And yeah, Kobbie Mainoo, whether he plays in the pivot, whether he plays in the 10, I don't give a shit where he plays. He's gonna be in the team. And he's going to cook under Amorim. I think he's going to be amazing. The fact that people think he needs to earn a spot, bro. The first game that Mainoo comes back, everyone's going to forget what it looked like, bro. We honestly do this. This is why I say I hate United fans with a passion. I really do. If I could declare war against them, I really would. Yeah, wherever Mainoo wants to play, he could play. Amazing player. Can't wait to see his development. And yeah, Greg, you're doing the great. I unfortunately will be at work tomorrow. During that time. Otherwise, I would be doing it. It is a shame because it would be amazing to see Greece clinch a spot in the UEFA Nations League A. But unfortunately, we got work, we got other responsibilities. But yeah, it sucks, man. But if we do, whatever happens, especially if we do win, maybe I'll do something Friday because I don't work again on Friday. So we'll see. But yeah, healthcare. Unfortunately, I will not be doing a watch along. I wonder if I catch this fan base, bro. But yeah, Mainoo is a special player, man. I can't wait to watch him. I can't wait to watch him play again, man. I've had to watch Casemiro. As good as Casemiro Ugarte pivot has been, it's not like watching Kobbie Mainoo, man. It's not like watching Kobbie Mainoo. And all those doubters, once they see Kobbie Mainoo again, they're gonna forget and they're gonna be like, "Yo, why am I so stupid? What the hell was I tweeting, right?" But yeah, man, shout out him. Harry Maguire, I'd probably say so. I think Harry Maguire is maybe a tougher choice than the likes of Victor Lindelof or Johnny Evans. I think Harry Maguire in the 3 would really, really work. I think there is a potential for him to be in the central center back role that Amorim wants. But on the other hand, when someone's time is up at a club, someone's time is up, and I do think Harry Maguire's time is kind of up at United. I think he's a great person. I think he's a solid player. I think the way he's revived his reputation amongst United fans is also really well, because 18 months ago, if Harry Maguire was just left, United fans would be throwing parties, and some might still do that. But I think for the majority of the fans, I think his reputation has kind of gone back to maybe what it was maybe around 2020. I think and also when I talk about it as a person, I think his even when the armband got taken off of him, he's still been a leader. Obviously, we saw the way that he was able to reach out to Flex for that situation that happened outside Old Trafford after the game against Chelsea. It's little stuff like that which shows how good of a person Harry Maguire is, and you always got to have people like that in your locker room, right? So shout out Harry Maguire. I think he's been a little bit, like I said, reputation went up. I think last year the way he was pretty much Ten Hag pretty much told him that you're free to leave, and obviously the deal didn't go through with West Ham. He was pretty much told that he's going to be a 4-choice center back, but he kept fighting, and he got his spot back, and he was probably one of United's best center backs last year. So shout out to Harry Maguire. If he does leave, good servant for the club. Obviously, was never going to be worth the 80 mil, but yeah, obviously wasn't going to be worth the 80 mil. Do you think his United career would have been different if he wasn't given the armband? Maybe. One thing I'll say about Harry Maguire and the armband is hindsight is 2020, obviously, but I do think that he was going more and more into the armband. Obviously, the big issue with the armband really happened in the 21-22 season when he rushed back from injury, right? To play for the club, and then United started sucking, and a lot of the blame after Ole got sacked also started falling on him. And the other issue was that locker room in 21-22 had such big names and such big egos that when you look at the captain and it was Harry Maguire, it was like, what's going on here, right? When you have a locker room of players like Cristiano Ronaldo, who else? Rafael Varane, Paul Pogba, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and then Harry Maguire is the captain. David De Gea, another one, right? And then Harry Maguire is the captain. People are like, no, it doesn't seem right. Even though Paul Pogba would tell you that actually Harry Maguire was a good captain and all. And yeah, Maguire's form was so bad that it just all went into a mess. I think it's really where it lost him. Maybe it was right to take the armband off him at the time. But I do think maybe his career could have been different. Obviously, he was never going to be worth 80 mil, right? He's just not that kind of center back. But a 50 mil center back, which is what Manchester City want to pay for him, for example, the reputation would be a lot different for Harry Maguire. But he's done a really good job to turn it around. So, yeah, man. Harry Maguire has an argument to have his mentality, his mental strength is absolutely amazing. And I don't really want to talk about what happened on Sunday, stuff like that. But you see what Harry Maguire had to go through and how he stayed upright throughout all what happened. But other people want to sulk because certain people told him to get a better first touch. It kind of puts things into perspective, right? So, yeah, man, shout out Harry Maguire. Hojlund, you obviously have to put in keep for now. In theory, Amorim should help him get a lot better. Obviously, it is up to him. Similar to Ahmad. One thing, Hojlund, we have to stop being Jack Swagger. I thought we were past that stage of our lives. 2 weeks ago against Brentford, we was doing amazing, and then we're back to fighting again, to wrestling, to doing post-ups like we're prime Shaq in 2000. I don't understand why we're doing that. Yeah, we'll see. I understand why people want Gyökeres now. I kind of do. I really do. If United do want to go get a striker, go get one. It's a position where I'm like, if you think if you think you have the guy, just go get him. And one thing I'll say about Hojlund, what the Hojlund experiment, you could say, has taught United, and something I said for a year plus now, There's certain positions you don't buy young. You just go buy ready-made players. And striker is one position. You go buy a ready-made player as a big club. You do. The only time you sign a young talent is if they're the likes of Erling Haaland, who are already world-class, even though they're still young. They're ready-made. Hojlund was not ready-made. And United are not that type of club to be doing that, unfortunately. We only do that with players like that are in the academy because they get given more grace. 70 mil players, whether it's right or not, they don't get given that kind of grace. So, yeah, man. But we'll keep it out. We'll see what happens, right? We'll take a little water break. Next up, Malacia. I hate to be that kind of guy. Shout out Malacia. Obviously played yesterday in the under 21s match. Returned from injury. But, yeah, I don't really see him as a wingback. I don't see a spot for him in the team. Also, you have Harry Moss coming up, right? United are also going to sign another left back, whether it be in the winter or next summer. There's not really a spot for him. One thing I do hope for Malacia is that he just goes to a club and just finds his love for the game back and plays well after the injury that he had last year, the surgery got botched, all that kind of stuff. I hope he just gets back to playing football at a solid level, and he'll find a new home and just thrive in it. Yeah, obviously he looks stiff. I'm not really gonna take too much stock in that game because at the end of the day, it was a long-term injury. Not playing football for 18 months, bro, you're gonna look stiff as hell when you come back. So, we'll see what happens, right? As he progresses. Mazraoui is a keep. There's no doubt in my mind that Mazraoui is a keep. I don't know where Amorim is gonna find a spot for him, but a footballer is a footballer. And a technician is a technician, and just find someone for Mazraoui to play. United signing of the season, bargain wise at least, amazing player, much better than I ever anticipated. Thank you, Bayern Munich, for selling him. He has impressed me so. He's exceeded expectations way beyond that I expected from him. How good he's defensively will really shock me. Offensively, I know about his technical ability, all that kind of stuff. If you know, you know. But defensively, his ability to win duels, get stuck in there, win a duel without having to slide like Booker T, like Wan-Bissaka was doing. Just amazing. So I don't know where Amorim's going to find a spot for him. Obviously, Mazraoui is one of those players that really fit under Eric Ten Hag. Maybe just don't fit under Amorim, but just got to find a spot for him. But just an amazing player. And it's business like that United need to keep doing. Those kind of signings, I love those kind of signings, man. So we'll see what happens with Mazraoui, but yeah, man. Obviously, Cheeto is going to go on loan. We don't know much about him, so we'll see. Andre Onana is also in keep. Another guy that, wow. Onana's been amazing this season. I think maybe after Mazraoui, you could say he's been United's player of the season. Just so consistent. Obviously, people still have in the back of their heads that UEFA Champions League campaign, maybe with right reason because it was so bad. But Onana, you could arguably say, has been the second best goalkeeper in the league this season. Or you maybe could argue best because he's played every game, unlike Alisson. He's been amazing. He's kept United in games. He's won United games. Not much more you can expect from your keeper. Hopefully, with the new system, we get to see more of Andre Onana on the ball. And yeah, obviously, it's crazy to see how much better a guy looks when they don't face 100 shots in 4 games, right? Crazy. The fact that Eric Ten Hag defended that, by the way, the guy is the biggest criminal that ever existed on planet Earth. I'm being dead ass, but yeah, man, shout out Onana. He's done a really good job of flipping the script on his reputation. Mason Mount. I'm gonna put this out, and now look, this is gonna be funny. Again, in theory, on paper, Mason Mount would probably work under Amorim because the way that Amorim plays, you probably play Mason Mount in his best possible position. But I am sick and tired of Mason Mount. To the fact that, well, the guy's just never here. He never plays. Yeah, I just want him gone for that reason. Yeah. It's a shame. I like the guy. I like the player. But bro, I just never see him play, man. I just never see him play, bro. Like I saw him hug Amorim yesterday. I'm like, yo, how long until Amorim just don't want to hug you no more, right? It's that kind of shit. So, yeah, man, he's got to go. He's got to go. Ethan Willie could go on loan. I hear CK. When you just have that one guy that you just never want to sell stocks in. Yeah, man. It'd be like that, bro. I still have some our stocks in me. Has he made 30 appearances for y'all yet? Actually, I don't think he has. It's kind of crazy. Lenny Euro, obviously in keep. We haven't seen him play, but the expectation of what Lenny Euro is going to be is just amazing. And can't wait to watch him play under what's his name? Under Amorim. Whether I think long term central center back is probably the best role for him, but for right now, it would have to be right center back. So yeah. Just can't wait for Lenny Euro. Obviously, I'm gonna speak more about him once he actually makes his debut. Hopefully against Ipswich the week after. Or ironically, if it's against Everton, a la Kobbie Mainoo making debuts against Everton after ankle injuries. Maybe that happens as well. But can't wait to watch Lenny Euro play as well. This is gonna be mean, but Joshua Zirkzee. I typically give players CK Jinx. I'm gonna text that to him. I typically like to give players time, but I have a saying. I always say, when you know, you know. I'm a Joshua Zirkzee. It's a nah. It's just a nah for me. I like the player. I like the talent. Just not a guy that I think suits Man United. Just doesn't suit the Premier League. Obviously, shout out to a podcast I listened to. You actually listen to the Mugga. They were talking about, bro, with Xerxes. It's just, bro, you just don't see him. You just don't. I don't know where he'll fit under Amorim. I'll probably be one of the 10 slots. And I'd probably say because Amorim has like two kind of 10 slots. Like one of them kind of plays behind the striker, and then the other one kind of is more of a connector. I'd probably say he'll probably be more of a connector. Like the cameo that he had against Leicester was amazing. But yeah, man, I just don't see it. I really don't. Just the intensity is not there either. And when you listen to Amorim talk about, one of the first things that he wants from the players is intensity. When you think of Josh Zirkzee, the word intensity is probably the last word you think of. So it might just be a no from me. You were gassed about him though. I was gassed. But the weaknesses I was concerned about from Bologna, I figured maybe they get worked on. And so far they haven't been worked on. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man, first of all, I don't think he's a starting striker for a top team. The more and more I look at him, I just don't think that. So yeah, he's a good baller though. Good baller, but he's just too lax. He's just too nonchalant for me. I don't mind nonchalant players, but yeah, sometimes he's just too nonchalant, and I with strikers, it pisses me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting Sky and Sal. I don't give a shit. I'm putting Gripe and Sal. I know people are gonna tell you, give him time against. I just don't rate him. It's as simple as that. I know we have the coach that kind of made him into that, pretty much got him that 16 mil move to PSG. But nah, bro. He had a good game against Leicester, to be fair, but it's still a no for me. He's just a calamity on the ball. Just really a calamity on the ball. I just don't rate that man. He's not good enough destroyer for me to warrant, be like, yo, that he can make up for his negative ability on the ball. Just no, man. It's just not my kind of player. It's just not my kind of midfielder. So yeah, man, hopefully I'm proven wrong, and hopefully Amorim gets a nice little tune out of him and kind of gets him back to the Sporting levels. But it's a no for me. It's as simple as that. It's just a no for me. Luke Shaw, I'm gonna put in sell. Even though Sam hype, bro. He's too busy saying leopard in the tree or some type of BS like that. Ugarte has one career goal. Sick. Uh, Luke Shaw can tell. Again, similar to Mason Mount. Do I think Luke Shaw can play really well under Amorim? Absolutely. Left center back role, tailor made for that, right? I just realized a player is not on this list. Alejandro Martinez is not on this list. Anyway, it was that a foreshadow. Anyway, yeah, I think Luke Shaw could be amazing in that left center back role, but nah, bro. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? It's been about fool me 955. Nah, it has to go. He has to go. The lick. I keep him on the bench option. Under Amorim, I think the lick's too much of a calamity on the ball to ever be a long-term starter under Amorim. Maybe central center back, maybe, but bench option at best. I think he's an okay center back, but I think that it can get a lot better for him. So yeah, something like that. This is probably the most controversial one, I guess. Obviously, y'all know my opinions on Garnacho and how I feel about him. United fans are gonna call me negative. They're gonna call me every name under the sun because I said to sell Garnacho. And I'm not even gonna talk about what happened the past weekend. Staffy. Greg Staff, I just put Garnacho. It's like not even gonna say my bad. But yeah, and forget about the ego, all that kind of stuff. Forget about that. Just forget about that. Let's just talk football. Let's just talk about football wise, right? Footballing wise, footballing ability. When I look at Amorim and the way he wants to play, and when I think about those inside forwards with Garnacho, do I think he's a good goal threat? Yeah, the guy finds himself in good positions all the time. But so does Darwin Nunez. Do we rate Darwin Nunez? No, we don't. Timo Werner finds himself, and I think Garnacho is better than Timo Werner, for example. But what I'm trying to say is he finds himself in a good position. And for a team like United that have been struggling to create chances and stuff like that, having a player like that is a good thing, right? But when I'm also thinking of the way that Garnacho is looked at in football, he's rated very highly. Fair enough. It is what it is. But this goes back to the old question that one of my good friends on Twitter asked. Shout out my boy K Senkupta. He said, if your club offered 70 mil for Garnacho, would you take it? I said, I snap your hand off for it. 70 mil for a winger that I don't think is a premium talent. Take it and run with the money and go get someone that I think maybe fits better. Or add that money with whatever money you have and you can go get someone. And I would do that with Garnacho. And if United can get 60 to 70 mil for him, I would do it. Because when I think about it, like, 70 mil or 60 mil, and then you add 40 mil your own money, you can enter conversations with Napoli for Kvaratskhelia. And Garnacho is nowhere near the level of a player that Kvaratskhelia is. You look at players like Rafael Leao, who obviously I don't think United fans will like, stuff like that. But again, I'm talking about those kind of talents. For example, Desiree Doué went for cheaper than that. Bradley Barcola went for cheaper than that. And I think those are great players, and I think those are great talents. So even Esteval, right, went for around like 50 mil, and I think he's a better talent. So it's as simple as that. I don't see how he fits in these positions. Maybe he proves me wrong, and I hope he does. But I just don't see with Garnacho, and he's just, first of all, he's not my cup of tea as a winger. And second of all, I just think he still has way too many raw attributes. There's obviously, like I mentioned, the good things about getting into threatening positions, all that kind of stuff. That's fine and all, but at the end of the day, he does have a very inconsistent first touch. Left wing back, stuff like that. But for example, if we're gonna do that forward at wing back, I'd rather go Sporting and go get that kid Quenda. I really would rather do that. So yeah, man. It's just as simple as that with Garnacho. Clip me, whatever. I don't really give a shit. But yeah, I'd probably sell. Maybe I wouldn't sell right now, but within the next 2 years, if the value is still there, yeah, yeah. But I wouldn't play two attacking wingers as fullbacks because there's gonna be games where we get pinned back and have to play in a five back, and we're gonna have two wingers as wing backs, and we're gonna get cooked. So I'd probably mix. So yeah, hell yeah, so Ugarte. Bro, this guy acts like we don't talk every on a daily basis about how bad Ugarte is. You see why I say Staffy's a fraud? You see why I say Staffy's a fraud, man? And Donny Van de Beek was Ten Hag's player. What happened to him? Exactly. Anthony was Ten Hag's player. He dashed him away. Huh. Like I said, you see what it is. Amorim played Ugarte and stuff like that. But you know what? When you meet, when you like, Amorim's gonna walk into United. He's gonna see a Kobbie Mainoo. He's gonna forget what Ugarte is. He's gonna see Sekou Kone, who I hopefully recovers from his ankle injury, and he's gonna be like, I forgot what Ugarte is. He's gonna see Jace Fitzgerald, and he's gonna be like, I forgot what Ugarte is. Obviously he's gonna play Ugarte in the beginning because he's familiar with the system and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, Amorim has to realize that he's no longer at Sporting Football Club. He's at Manchester United, and there are better options out there. There's better. Like, bro, it's like I'm gonna use the Staffy analogies here because he loves to use these analogies. Like you're at a club and you see your ex and something like that, and you just want to go for something familiar. She's like a 6, but then you go to a new club, you bring the ex with you, right? But then that new club just has 10s, and you forgot what the 6s are. And you forgot what the 6 is about, and you just go to the 10. So yeah, it's good. You know what? With Casemiro, I'm not gonna lie. Casemiro has been really good this season. Give it up. Casemiro, I'm really debating right now. I do think we should probably sell him, but there's a part of me also that, bro, this guy's been moving me this season. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's still not amazing on the ball. That's never gonna happen. But defensively, he's been much better. And he's proven that it really might have just been 10 hot tags. As a starter, absolutely not. That's first and foremost. And he doesn't have back power. Wants to be a starter, but when I look at this list, right, and I look at the keep, I see a lack of leaders. So I kind of agree with JJ. We do need to keep an old head. And if we're gonna keep an old head, and we can't get a good fee for Casemiro, obviously we can get a good fee like 40, 45 mil, 50 mil. You take that fee and you run with it, right? But I would keep Casemiro. I really would. Maybe this is called flip-flopping and stuff like that, but I've been really moved this season. I really have. I think he's been really solid. And even under a better coach that like Amorim, I'll probably even look better because we talk about Ugarte and stuff like that. If Ugarte looked good under Amorim, what is Casemiro going to look like? Because Casemiro, I've always said, is the better player than Ugarte. I even when Casemiro was at his worst, I said that Casemiro was better than Ugarte. So imagine now Casemiro, who's looked like he's somewhat back. He's a lot slimmer and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll probably go Casemiro. I'll probably go keep. Now it's down to the last two, right? And I kept these last two for the reason, right? It's the most polarizing players at Manchester United. You got Bruno Fernandes and you got Marcus Rashford, right? Some people call them the Golden Boys at Manchester United because they think like the team runs through them, all that kind of stuff. The undroppables, as they get called. And I've been going back and forth with this about players, right? To whether they should play or not, that kind of stuff, whether they should stay or not. Because Bruno and Rashford, because they've been here for a long time now. Other than Luke Shaw, they've been here the longest out of all these players, right? And Harry Maguire, actually. Actually, Victor Lindelof, too. Victor Lindelof has been here for 7 years. That's actually wild, but JJ will sell both. Obviously, I'm gonna put Bruno in the sell, and it's not because I do think that Bruno can get. Amorim can probably get something out of Bruno. I think Bruno's been solid under Bruno in those 4 games as well. I just think that he's reached the expiry date, all that kind of stuff at United. I think when you look at the attendance and stuff like that, United now have the what's it called to replace Bruno. I think the amount of options increased with the Amorim system in terms of replacement Bruno, because it could be a winger, it could be a 10. It's different options now, right? Because back when, at least when we were playing a 4-2-3-1, it'd be like, yo, how do you replace Bruno? But now the option, the choice is a little bit simpler. With Marcus Rashford, though, this could be biased, but I can never put Marcus Rashford in the cell. My body just won't allow me to do that. I love the guy so much, even though I do actually want him to leave the club to get a bigger move, escape the toxicity that is Manchester United, because I absolutely hate this football club. But at the same time, I actually can't put him in cell. Like, I just want to. I'm like, yo, I just want to see what if Amorim is the one, right? What if he's the one to get something out of him? And yeah, I just don't know where to put Rashford. I understand why people want to see him go. I understand why people want to keep him. But then, like, if you were to sell him, when Nacho should outscore him because he takes about 55 more shots than him. I got the one more in me. I always got the one more. Yo, see what I said with CK? I hear it with the Mason Mount. That's me with Marcus Rashford, even though I think Marcus Rashford is a much better player. But I just always believe. I always believe there's one more, bro. The sun will shine on us once again. That's my feelings with Marcus Rashford. So you know what? I don't know where to put him. I really do. I love the guy. I love the player. Even though he's very frustrating, like this year, where I just look at him, I'm like, bro, like that performance against Leicester was disgusting. Like, he finally played on the left wing after all we begged for, and he gave me that performance. That was ugly as hell. And the confidence is shot. The confidence is way beyond shot, and it might not even be recoverable. Like, you just can't press a revive button. But you got to try the CPR, and maybe Amorim is the one to try the CPR. And maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. So, yeah, well, I'm going to be biased. Fuck it. We got one more race. We got one more in us. We got one more race. Though, if you do give me a Kvaratskhelia, I'll bid my goodbyes to Rashford. But until they bring me that replacement, I'm keeping Rashford. Once that replacement comes, we'll have a conversation then and there. But until then, he stays. But I'm just using the analogy. He needs a revival, so we're doing the CPR. Do you want me to use the Fortnite reboot card example? We got plenty of revival examples we can use. Bro, Rashford put under Amorim right behind the striker. The left hand or left inside forward. With the overlapping left back, we could do something. I do want him to thrive elsewhere. But if Rafinha wasn't being a freaking one of the best left wingers in the world this year, I would say Barcelona is a destination possibility. But I also got to factor in who's going to take Rashford on those wages also. So, and there's also just that biggest part of me that wants to see Marcus Rashford succeed with United specifically. I want to see him win the big honors with us. And obviously, we're not close to winning big honors right now, but hell fucking no. Hell fucking no, we're not allowing that. No. I'm not letting Mikel Pulis touch Rashford, bro. I see what he does with his left wingers. No. Miss me with that nonsense, man. Miss me with that nonsense, bro. Brian got a plan trust. Going from Amorim to Vincent Company, bro. Have some shame, man. Have some shame. They don't got bread like that. They're not even a big club. So yeah. Nah, fuck it, man. Marcus Rashford staying. I made the boss calls here. After all, this is where Staffy's right about dictatorship. This is where we play dictatorship, and we make the boss calls, and we keep Marcus Rashford. That's what we're gonna do. So yeah, we did 50 minutes. So we got about 10 more minutes. What should we talk about in the next 10 minutes before we wrap up? Yeah, man, I made the ball. Yo, talk about Harry Kane making boss calls. I'm gonna make boss calls, man. How about that? Make sure you go. Bro, dictatorship, bro. Even though my country created democracy, sometimes dictatorship does work. Fernandes, we're talking about. We're gonna talk about what with Fernandes. Give it up, Phineas. This is why I call you Phineas and Ferb, man. OD, man. Give it up. I'm trying to think when you. I'm not gonna talk about David Cruz storing cocaine. Just not gonna do that. I'm trying to think what other. Oh, I mean, allegedly. Shout out, Will. Allegedly, Manchester City players are beefing with Pep. I don't know what's going on over there. Whoever's beefing them might get cooked. Free Clinton. All I'm gonna say is he must have angered the wrong person. Yo, someone's out to get him. I don't know what higher power he got. He pissed off, but boy oh boy, they out to get him, man. Boy oh boy, they got to get him. Sucks to be him though. He's never getting a job as a referee in this country again. In that country, this country. Maybe he gets a job in this country. But yeah. Let's go on Twitter, man. Let's see what that toxic pool of an app is saying. Yeah, bro. Hey, man. That's why he always got in on good terms, isn't it? Ansu Fati got injured again, sick. I'm trying to think what is there to talk about? Oh, apparently Arsenal maybe we'll get Real Sociedad's sporting director. So allegedly phase 7 is becoming Sociedad 2.0. I wonder how Arsenal content creators feel about that. Because all I see is a guy talking BS on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I hear. Yeah, Gal has one of the worst Twitter accounts of all time. Upgrade to, I guess. I mean, maybe it would make him prohibitive favorites for Zubimendi, right? No. Arteta signing an attacker, JJ. Come on, be for real, bro. Be for real, bro. He's gonna sign like freaking Alex Ramiro as the keeper again. Arteta read is beautiful as long as he comes up short the board. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I think I'm not gonna say their window is closed, but the window is like a crack open at this point, bro. It's like mad little. You know when it's like it's still kind of brick outside, but it's a little bit warm, so you just like crack open the window just a little bit. That's what Arsenal's window is to win any major honors right now. Because if they go another year without winning a major trophy, they got some really good players that I think are going to be ready to make that big move. I'm looking at specifically William Saliba. Yeah, man. Where do you think they finished? I still think they're the third best club in the league. I do think they finished top 3. I still don't think Chelsea are better than them, right? I don't think Chelsea are better than them. I do think they finished 3rd, but it's gonna be probably a lot lower than it was maybe last year. I just don't think there's another team. Obviously, I think City and Liverpool are better than them. I still don't think there's another team that's better than them. I don't think Chelsea are consistent enough. I don't think another team is consistent enough to really usurp Arsenal. Like it's more about how inconsistent the teams in the Premier League are rather than how good Arsenal still is in terms of the league standings. Something like that. What's Rashford gonna do in the Amorim system? He's gonna score goals. Genius. That's what he's gonna score goals. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Worry about the Ange in protests and their Ange out protests. Worry about that, man. Because Jacob is out here posting Ange in 5 times on the YouTube thumbnails. Got stress over there, man. Got stress, bro. Unfortunately, that does look to be the case. What's it called? We stopped at City. Why do I think you were a Spurs fan, a Chelsea fan? What should you? You should worry about your goalkeeper. You should worry about your goalkeeper. You should really worry about your goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. I don't know half the times. All I know is Jaden supports United. I know Andy supports Real Madrid. I know Uthman supports United. I know Staffy is now back to being a top red because Amorim's in. So, yeah. What's it called? Chelsea got the firepower to finish higher probably, but Chelsea need a lot. They do need center backs. I do agree with that. Amorim snatching Ange. Bro. You think any snatching needs to take? Bro, he already snatched it before he even got to the country. Yeah, we're back to top red though. We're top red Staffy, top red Griggs. Yeah, man. Just back to being a top red. Romero wants to go too. Yeah. Maybe that's why he's sabotaging his captaincy. Yeah, that's literally implying Ange had a chain, bro. He never had a chain to get snatched eventually. Now, Mikel Arteta. Now, that's a chain we're looking at. So, December 4th, when United traveled to Emirates, that's when we're looking at chains, and we're looking to snatch chains on that. On that day, we're looking to snatch chains. And, there's a good chance that Lenny Yoro plays that day. Maybe we take a chain from a French center back. Kobbie Mainoo plays in that game. Maybe chains to get snatched in the midfield. Always chains to be taken. Right wing chains might need to get taken. Great chains, man. Now we're holding. Whatever happens at the end of the day. I don't really care. Real question, or where does he rank? Amorim. Yo, all I'm gonna say is the first time I saw Amorim in Carrington, he put up with a Montclair. The first time I saw Ten Hag touch Carrington, I saw a Dusty Brown suit. Now you tell me. Because Ten Hag wore the same suit for a month. So his check didn't land for a month. His check landed the first day because I saw bro pull up in a Montclair at Carrington. Oh, the aura is different. Second of all, he has hair. Yeah, man. We got, who wants to go aura for aura? Let's do it, man. Who wants to go Montclair for Montclair? Bro, it's as simple as that, man. Aura is such a cringe word, and I blame Twitter for the use of the word. Bro, Montclair and Pro, I'm telling you, bro. There's serious business going on. Aura is a cringe word, though. Aura is absolutely a cringe word. I'm seeing football Twitter doctors get exposed and put on the Jumbotron for harassment messages. Sick. God, I hate international breaks so much sometimes. You cannot believe the euphoria I still have that Ten Hag is done. I hope he feels every yo MJ, spit in my language, brother. Spit in my language. I hope he feels everything. I saw him was at the Ajax game on Sunday. They're probably rooting for 20, but yeah. The Knicks did win last night. I did not watch the game as a work, but we did beat Philadelphia. But that's business as usual. Beating that terrible city that is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah. We are replacing the word aura with presence. I like that. Presence. Thoughts on the cup? The cup. Damn, I lost a subscriber. That's crazy. Probably Garnacho fan. NBA Cup. Celtics lost yesterday too. Lost to the Hawks. Funny enough, but no way your GOAT is Joel Embiid. That is embarrassing. Anyway, I like a little competition. Obviously, money's on the line, so players. American athletes are always about the bread. Always about the bread. So they're gonna try hard. Good for the Knicks to probably beat the toughest team in their group. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. Hopefully we make it to. I think last year we made it to the quarterfinals, right? We lost to the Bucks. Hopefully this time we make it to Vegas. So yeah, give me a look. Hold that. Honestly, Miami Heat. You know, I don't have Marshall's soundboard here with me, but it's better coming from the original source itself anyway. The Miami Heat got to give it up. It's just a give it up time, give it up moment with the Miami Heat. It's time to blow up the ship. No, it's not impressed me. I'm very angry at the trade. Staffy has seen my messages regarding McCall Bridges. Yes, I did see how you lose. I did see how you lost. Jalen Rhodes' face looked like he was back in 1973, and Chris Webber called that fake timeout against UNC. That's what it looked like. Back to McCall Bridges, though. No, he did not impress me. I still do not believe that he was worth six first-round picks. I still miss Dante DiVincenzo. But it is what it is. OG Anunoby has played really well, but yeah. And Karl Anthony Towns is actually better. It's actually doing solid. Defensively, though, we are an abomination. My wing stop perimeter duo is not stopping anything. So yeah. If Knicks ever got Giannis, well, we're not gonna get Giannis as much as I would love Giannis to the Knicks. We have no assets. So yeah. If anyone's gonna get Giannis, it's gonna be the great city of Oklahoma. By the way, I heard him I saw him flop. He's also missing tonight's game because it's a back-to-back. So yeah. So is Paul George. Yeah. Philly's 2-8 or 2-7. Milwaukee's 2-8. But Cleveland is 12-0. So I don't think anyone here is a Cavs fan because no one here would have any affiliation with the state of Ohio. But yeah, the Cavs are 12-0. No chance OKC get Giannis. Do you know how many assets the Oklahoma City Thunder have? They have about 855 gajillion first-round picks, and they also have a young core that if they trade for a certain player, like if they trade Jalen Williams to the Bucks, like that's the best player the Bucks could get back in a trade for Giannis. It would be like a Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren type beat. So, yeah. Who's in more trouble, the Bucks or the Sixers? The Bucks. First of all, because Giannis wants out. Second of all, Damian Lillard never wanted to be there. Third of all, Doc Rivers is their coach. Fourth of all, they have no young players. Fifth of all, also not an attractive free agent destination. Why would he go to OKC? Want to chip? Or I thought they're not the best team in the West. Why would you want to go there? Golden State, maybe, as an outside option as well. I would love to see Giannis on OKC on Golden State because I fuck with Steph Curry heavily, so that would be ideal for me. But yeah, I see Golden State and I see OKC as the only potential options. Other than that, it's probably a no for me. I don't see any other team having the assets. I don't think Milwaukee would ever trade him to the Knicks. George and Embiid early watch tour. I thought Dallas would at least try to be serious, and then they got Clay, Boston going. The best show on planet Earth. Steph Curry is the best show in basketball. It's as simple as that. Greg, what are your favorites to win the NBA championship this year? The Boston Celtics. Simple as, it's still the best basketball team in the world. They don't even have Chris Adams back yet. So, yeah, that's fair. But we'll do an NBA stream later this week because it's international break, so there's not much to talk about football. Maybe if I don't work Friday, I don't think I work Friday. Maybe we do like NBA watch along at night and we just watch a bunch of games because I think Friday is usually a lot of games. So maybe we do that, right? But now let's go pick a channel to redirect to. Let's see who is live. No, wrong shit. There we go. Redirect. Let's redirect to Saeed playing FIFA. And as you raid Saeed TV, hit him with the Griggs raid / give it up. Because Saeed's got to give it up with FIFA. Saeed's got to give it up with FIFA. That's the biggest give it up of them all. Saeed on FIFA because he's a terrible FIFA player, absolutely atrocious. So yeah, I'll catch you guys Friday. Good luck to Greece tomorrow. Hopefully we beat the English. Again, that'd be nice. So yeah, Cavs equals 21. Ooh, I like that take. That's spicy. I think they're a little bit better though. They're a much deeper squad than that. But I kind of like that though. It's a nice little outside shot. Actually, I like the Suns better. 2022 Suns. I like that a little bit better. England's B team should be better than Greece. I don't know why you tell me to have some shame. I'm about to take Mod off you just because of that, man. Safi is right. I do need to install dictatorship in here, man. I'm catching. Give it up, man. All love though. Yeah, Cavs are sure. Cavs are a nice team, man. They're a nice team, but we got their kryptonite and Mitchell Robinson coming back for the playoffs. So how about that? But now I got y'all guys Friday. Thank you for the love. Go tell Saeed to give it up with FIFA, and I'll catch y'all later. Love, be safe, enjoy your Wednesday, and yeah, go Greece tomorrow, baby.